Hello and welcome to part 9 of this car modeling tutorial series. And when last I left you, we had gone through a few of some things, the frames on the windows and the windscreen and the back screen. Well, today I'll go through some accessories for the car so that it kind of looks detailed a bit. And we'll just begin right now. So hope you enjoy. So let's start. So just select the car body and switch to wireframe mode, and I'll turn off my subdivision surface modifier and go ahead and select this front row of vertices. Well, what I want to create right now is probably this frame for the radiator breather or whatever it's called. I don't know its name. So for this portion over here, there's this frame thing that kind of runs back and then connects with that panel on the behind, the black thing. It's going to be quite easy, so go ahead and select that and hit the period key on the numpad to rotate around it. Shift D to duplicate it, just like we did for the frames, and P to separate the selection. So right now I have car body 001 over here on the outliner. I'll control left middle click on my mouse, type maybe the radiator frame, yeah, something like that. Then go ahead and select everything. I'll extrude first and scale it in just a tad, just a small portion, just like that. That will work for me. And then extrude it back now. So switch to 3 on the numpad for side view, then Z for wireframe, and then extrude it. That will be once, and then extrude it again, push it back and scale it on the y-axis by 0 to straighten it. I'll push it to somewhere there so that we have that. I'll also go ahead and select the outer part or that we left out, extrude it again and push it back just a bit. Then if I go ahead now and turn off my subsurf and probably turn the subsurf on for the car body, that's what we're having, go to T and smooth it, then tab into edit mode, select everything, Control N to flip the normals. And the other thing I really wanted to show you was how we can do for this portion. So if you take a look at reference again, we have this also metallic portion over here on the top only. So mine we have that, so it's just adding another loop cut over here. If I just add another loop cut, push it to the front, not too close but somewhere there, and tab into edit mode, then maybe press period on the numpad. I can be able to rotate quite well. So just push this edge of here up to somewhere there, and we already have that metallic portion, which is this over here. So that was quite easy to do. The next thing I want to do is probably last time I showed you this, how to make this. So when you begin to make it, I call this a thing. So right now I have its correct name. It's called the hood scoop, or also you can call it the bonnet air dome. So it's basically for decorative purposes sometimes, and sometimes acts like a breather for the engine. It lets in air into the engine. That's something you should know if you're into cars, but it serves as decorative in some cases. So for our case right now, it is serving as serving a decorative purpose. So what another thing I want to do on this is probably show you this. I want to do yeah, I want to show you how to make this on the bonnet, maybe to add some details on the back, how the plates kind of like extruded in. This is one thing I want to show you. So let's select the car body, tab into edit mode, then go ahead and turn off the subsurf, switch to back view by first let's switch to top view and switch to the first select mode and go to the wireframe. And there's a lot of faces right now, so go to B to boundary select, or I usually call it the box select. So I just marquee select that portion of them and press H to hide. And I'll also hide this because it will get on my way, so press H to hide the radiator frame that I created, then press Ctrl 1 to go to the back view. Right now I'm having something like this, so if I tab into edit mode, basically see that I have this edge by here, which is quite far from the beginning of where we want to extrude. We have this at the middle, so it's quite fine. So I'll select the whole of that edge through those vertices and Control E, then go to edge slide and just pull it to somewhere there. Probably select that face, and that face, those three faces. Oh wait, before that I should select this row of vertices over here and pull them down to at least match this. So Control E, edge slide, and push them to the beginning, maybe there. Then go to face mode, select this face, this face, and this face, and extrude them. Then I'll push them back just to somewhere there, somewhere here. And now the editing part, I'll switch this to vertices select mode, push these two vertices as close as you can to the beginning there, so have this curving back a bit. Face select mode, then select these three faces, press E to extrude, and then just right click to escape that extrusion, just to form at least some strength on the back. Then go ahead and add a look cut on the inside here, push it as close as you can to the edge, to that portion of them, and also go ahead and press Ctrl R again. Right now we add just a bit of strength on the side. So what I want to do next is probably just admire my car. Yeah, and it's coming out quite nicely. So what I want to do next is change to my second layer here, go to top view, and I'll do this fuel cap here. So I went to the internet and basically went through some references for fuel caps, and I got this one, which kind of looks quite easy to model. So if you're going for a car that you like, you just look for the different portions of the car and then start modeling them separately. So I kind of liked this design for the fuel cap, although I cannot use it in my car here because this looks quite modern, and those days in 1961 probably they used something different. So I just wanted to show you this reference photo that I got. Yeah, I kind of find it quite beautiful and easy to model, although in this tutorial we're going to be going through how to make this, so I'll make it quite simple. I'm not going to go into fine detail because we're not concentrating on the fuel cap. We just add some, the fuel cap is just adding some detail to our car. So what I want to do here is basically just add Shift A to add a circle, and I reduce my pressing T, and on this operators region over here I reduce my vertices to probably 16 because I'm going to be using a subsurf modifier on it. So right now it's quite huge compared to the size of this, so I'll scale it down to somewhere there, maybe there. Yeah, switch to probably come here and N, press N on the keyboard and turn off my background images so I can work with it quite nicely. And if I switch to my edit mode, I can come to face select mode, and probably before that let me just come to edit mode here and extrude it. So extrude it, push it a bit to somewhere there, yeah, somewhere there, and then grab everything, come to face select mode, come to top view by pressing 7 on the numpad. I want to rotate this so that at least my face points are kind of in the center, so I can select this face over here and this face and extrude them, and then scale them on the y-axis to somewhere here, so you have something like that. Okay, I need this side to be quite big, so I'll just scale it freely like that, and then I'll go ahead, switch to my vertices select mode, select this the top portion, the top part, by alt and right clicking, then extrude it, go to top view and then extrude it, scale it down to there, extrude it again, scale it just a bit, just like that, then extrude it again, scale it in, extrude it again, scale it in, maybe extrude the last time and scale it in, then press 0 to fill it. Then also do maybe an extrusion here, then scale it in just once, maybe add another loop cut to just strengthen it, and we add the subsurf modifier. What I want to do right now is to just add the detail of the dipped part inside. If you take a look, it's quite pixelated, the picture, but if you take a close look, there's like that dipping inside there. So that's what I want, just to add some few details because this is not quite detailed. If I hold alt down and try and right click, I have selected that portion of faces and extrude it first and then extrude it again. Right now I just pull it down to somewhere there. Tab into edit mode, select everything, Control N to flip the normals, and the T to bring on this shading, smooth it. And right now I just want to strengthen this, so I'll Control R to add a loop cut, push it to that point, so add another loop cut here, another loop cut here, and you have that. Just to strengthen this, I'll add another loop cut, but not that close to the edge, just to add some depth, strength to it, something like that. And probably let's select this face and extrude it out, extrude it again and push it down, and extrude it, and we have something like that. So just to add some detail on our car. It's not actually, this is not actually how it looks in the real life, but just wanted to show you how I made it. So I'll switch to 3 on the, I was in this layer, so I held down the shift button and click on the first layer to at least turn on the 2 layers together. So switch to 3 and then just push this using, maybe let me turn on my background images again. Yeah, press N, turn it on. Then let me just turn off this subsurf, it's getting on the way. Then just push this to fit the background. So maybe scale it a bit like that, and then maybe rotate it and place it there. And switch to 3 on the numpad, push it down, 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 down some more. Yeah, something like that. Play around with it some more. Go ahead and play around with it as much as you want to come up with whatever you want. So it's just a placing, so I guess that's kind of fine for it. Although we do want to rename it, so we select it. Come here, it's named circle, so control left click, then name it to fuel cap, fuel underscore or fuel underscore cap. Make the headlights. Yeah, I've been singing about the headlights for some time, and you guys are probably wondering why I'm not doing them. So let me do these headlights right now. Like clear them off my to-do list. So these headlights are quite easy. I'll switch to the second layer where I created my fuel cap and move this to the first layer by pressing M on the keyboard, then just select the layer I want to move it to. So I'm still in my second layer here. Add shape, maybe circle right now. Press T and reduce this more, maybe to 8 vertices will work. And then rotate it on the x-axis by 90 degrees. So I have that, and then probably scale it down, push it around to fit the blueprint, and push it out so that it fits the beginning of this. So yeah, somewhere there, yeah, somewhere there will work. Then go ahead now and I hit period key to rotate around it, to orbit around it, to see it quite well, to frame it. That's what I mean, to frame it. Press a period key on the numpad, and I'll tab into edit mode, select this. I like working vertices, if you notice, most of the time. So select the vertices, everything, and switch maybe to extrude. So extrude it with E and push it out somewhere there. Then scale it in just a bit, and then come here, add another loop cut by pressing Ctrl R and scale it out to form, at least to have like a curve or smooth transition between the two, something like that. Then I'll go ahead and select this row and extrude it, maybe extrude it, maybe scale it in just a more, so just like that. Grab the front part vertices, then shift S, cursor to selected, to press that cursor over there, then shift A, still in edit mode, shift A to add a UV sphere, and then I'll press T on the numpad, on the keyboard, sorry, T on the keyboard. I'm used to numpads. T on the keyboard to bring this here, over here. So this is the apparatus region. I want to reduce my segments to 16 and my rings to 8. Or maybe I should reduce my rings to 8, and yeah, maybe I should even try reduce my segments to 8. Yeah, and switch to 3 Z to go to wireframe, 3 on the numpad, Z to go to wireframe, and then rotate it on the x-axis by 90 degrees. Maybe scale it down to them and hit shift H to hide the selection, so that I can press A to deselect all and B to border select this back or box select, what I usually call it. So delete those vertices, and then Alt H to bring back this thing we created the first time. So if I just position my mouse pointer anywhere and press L, I can be able to select the entire sphere that I created. So I can be able to push it back to somewhere there. And then I'll select this first point, the sphere, switch to proportional editing and turn on connected. Then let's see my fall off. Yeah, it's quite nice. So if I push this using the Y widget, so then just increase my fall off, and we just increase my fall off a bit. Yes, something like that. I can have something like that. So if I can press L and scale it up, push it out, maybe turn off my proportional editing, push it out to somewhere there, and I have that. So if I can add my subsurface modifier here, and go to edit mode, select everything, Control N to flip the normals, and go ahead and increase my view to 2T, and then go to my shading options and smooth it up. It's not quite right. So what I'll do here is I'll select that portion, so select this, extrude it, scale it in, and we have created what I wanted. So that's easy, and we have the lamp. I'll probably add another extrusion here and scale it in some more because of what we're going to do next. The view and the render 3. Now to position it, I'll hold shift, turn on the first layer, and you can basically see that we have to do some tweaking here. So I'll push this back maybe to the top bit, yeah, and then now try and fiddle around with the car body. So I'll switch to the car body, go ahead, turn off the subsurf, and if I do go to edit mode, it has this, so I'll press Alt H to bring back the selection, go to 1 and go to vertices select mode, and try and now bring these vertices in, just like we do with the eyes. When we model them, we make the face, then when we add the eyeballs, spheres, or whatever we use, go ahead and try and reshape them using the face. So you reshape the face to kind of like reshape the face to how the eyeballs tend to look. So same thing we're going to do here. Just try and fix this. That I'm having some problems with these two. Push them back a bit. Yeah. And I can even come here and take that loop, scale it out just a bit like that, and then shape it if it has any problems. Just playing around these points. So this is something artistic. You don't have to like copy me exactly, so you just have to like find a sweet spot that you like. Yeah. What I basically do for my models, because I'm too lazy to mirror again, I basically select my headlights, go ahead and select your car body, then I join them using Control J. So if I join them, I have that, but I still want them to be separate elements, so I'll tab into edit mode, press L, just hover around whatever you want to select. So press L to select the linked, and press P to select to separate by selection, then tab. We have this as separate elements, so we just have to rename it again to the headlights. So I guess I can show you one last thing because of time. The last thing I show you in this tutorial is this. So I want to show you how to add this detail here. We have this like engraving down, so this is going to be quite easy. So just like the back, just like the way we did for the plates. So I'll switch to car body again, switch off the subsurf, and tab to edit mode, then 7 to go to numpad 7 to go to the top view, then Z to go to wireframe. And here I noticed when I was playing around with this, I noticed one thing. This side and this side are not on the, or especially on the blueprint, it's quite off. So we modeled one side, but this side is quite off. So what I did here when I wanted to do this, so I control R to add a loop cut, probably somewhere here, and select this loop, and control E to add slide it to the beginning of this portion. Then go to face select mode and select this faces to there and also this faces. So I did that is because this is quite off, so we can't go only on these faces. We have to like add some faces here to at least guesstimate the right position. So what I want to do here is probably extrude down just a little bit, and then rotate on the x-axis like that, and we have that. So what we want to do is press another extrude and right click to cancel, and add another loop cut on here, and add another loop cut as you can to there. And if we now turn on the subsurf, we have that. So right now the details of the car are coming out quite well. I'll probably do a couple of more details on the next tutorial, so I can leave this tutorial here because of time. I don't want to go past the time. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you like it, press the like button. If you want to at least get more updates on how we finish up this car and how we do more tutorials, you can go ahead and subscribe. Well, thank you for watching and goodbye. See you in part 10.